An exotic animal has been reported stolen from a traveling reptile exhibition, Cirque des Lizards. They were planning their grand opening tomorrow, but they can't do it without their star attraction, an Indonesian Komodo dragon. Fascinating creatures, 8 feet long and capable of killing a man. Insurance companies will cover animals reported stolen. Even the owner becomes a suspect. I'm going to join you personally on this case. You've done well so far, and I'm looking forward to working with you. Let's head over to the grounds.
Name's Arnold Ziegler. I'm the promoter behind this show. You're the police? Detectives?
We're with the Las Vegas Crime Lab, Mr. Ziegler, and we're treating this as a crime scene.
Hey, that's exactly what it is. Maybe it seems silly to you. Probably don't even know what a Komodo dragon is.
World's largest lizard, ferocious carnivore, found on the steep slopes of Komodo in the Lesser Sunda chain of the Indonesian archipelago.
Well, maybe you do know what a Komodo dragon is, but I bet you don't know that they're meat eaters. Nasty ones.
Actually, I just said that, Mr. Ziegler. If you want your lizard back, let's not repeat ourselves.
Ernie Roundtree, maybe. Our night watchman? Nothing unusual on his incident report sheet. Of course, he stopped filling it out about midnight. Unfortunately, that's standard for Ernie. I've ragged him about it, but you know what they say about good help being hard to find. Also, cheap help.
If Mr. Roundtree's unreliable, do you consider him a suspect?
That sounds way more ambitious than Ernie. And these critters are as big as they are ugly, and vicious when they're fooled with. Of course, a lizard gets used to the people around him, and if he, the lizard, not Ernie, felt comfortable enough, I suppose Ernie hauling him off is possible. So he's your suspect?
He's a suspect. We check every possible angle and don't rule anybody out until the evidence points its finger.
Actually, I thought you might ask that. I checked his application, and his address is a P.O. box. And I tried the phone number. Disconnected. It's fair to say he's local. Look, I know this may sound awful sloppy on my part, but I just hired the guy for some short-term overnight lizard babysitting. Listen, a circus, a carnival. You hire the people that show up when you're setting up the tents. That may not sound like good business, but it's the culture. Why would anyone want to steal 35 grand? That's what these overgrown handbags are worth on the black market. No, well, I don't know if you'd call it suspicious, but that mortician was around.
What mortician?
I guess you'd call him the neighborhood mortician. Victor Kaufman. Funeral home's just a couple of blocks down the street from here. Guy takes walks at night. Sometimes he strolls by here. Seen him asking our people about the show and such, just passing the time. And questions like his, well, they're typical. Like I said, the circus life, the carny trade, it seems exotic to straights. We get it everywhere we go. Must strike a chord in people. The kid that wanted to run off to the circus kinda wakes up inside him. Sometimes I hang around, but not last night. I was in a line longer than a casino buffet's, getting a refund for that world's wildest stunts thing. Motorcycle stunt reality show. I had tickets, but the network canceled the series. Biggest stunt they ever pulled was crashing in the ratings.
This terrarium, dry, sandy, is perfect for a Komodo dragon. Human toe. Maybe our Komodo snapped off a little snack and didn't like it. Or maybe this is what's left of lunch. Can't... Not quite. A dragon doesn't get dragged off without a fuss. Surely Mr. Roundtree would have noticed something. Unless he's our perp and the toe is his. Nothing here but us. Nothing here. Tiny strand of hair stuck to the wood grain. Could have gotten snagged accidentally, or via impact. Looks like a flake of weathered vinyl. Naja sputatrix, spitting cobra, native to Indonesia, from Java through to Timor. Lovely, distinctive marking.
You found a toe? A human toe? Was somebody killed here last night, you think?
At the very least, someone's walking with a new limp. Or not walking at all.
Oh, hell, this is the kind of publicity that scares customers off. They start imagining they could be some creature's next carry-out meal. If that damn Ernie'd been doing his job, his simple-minded job, I wouldn't be standing here knee-deep in Komodo caca. Just part of the scenery. Gives a pen a natural look, you know? People love that kind of stuff, and the animals don't seem to mind. Don't know why it was tossed in the corner, though.
Hello, sir. Are you the mortician here?
I'm him, and the chief mortician, Victor Kaufman. May I be of help? Have you suffered a loss?
We have, but it's not a loved one. We're crime scene investigators. May we ask a few questions?
Well, certainly. You police do a wonderful job. I'll do anything I can to be of service. Right here in the neighborhood. In work like mine, I find long evening walks of reflection most soothing.
A little late to be at work, isn't it? Or are you night shift too?
Oh, forgive me. I haven't made it clear. This is my home. It's not uncommon in my profession. There are tax advantages having your home double as your business. And there are, after all, round-the-clock demands in my field. I did go out to conduct one small piece of business. Stopped at Dr. Julius Ravelli's clinic, which is open nights. I needed to pick up a death certificate. Dying generates considerable paperwork.
Could the doctor confirm that, Mr. Kaufman?
Definitely, yes. Ernie Roundtree. I don't believe I... Oh, do you mean Ernie, the night watchman over at the circus grounds?
Yes. Happened to bump into him last night on your walk?
No, at least not that I recall. I have spoken to him a few times recently, and he seems a nice man for having such a rough life. Hope he's not in some kind of difficulty. Oh, certainly. It's become a regular part of my walking route. It's fascinating watching them with their tents and animals and, well, I suppose it brings out the kid in one. Around this neighborhood, people are always out tending to things, but no, nothing comes specifically to mind. I don't really have anything else. I don't really have anything else. I don't...
What's up? Human hair. You hit the follicle jackpot too. Who says you can't win in Vegas? Wood must have pulled out a hair on impact. Don't be surprised to find a Vic with a cracked skull, and check out the DNA I ran from it. And try the follicle under the microscope too. Tread marks. Eyeball analysis? Not a car. But you probably should check them out on the computer. Better safe than silly. Tiny bit of heavy-duty vinyl. Not exactly fresh. Faded and brittle. You can take a closer look under the microscope. Can't think of much more to tell you about that. You do like to keep me on my toes. Prints from foot digits are cataloged way less than ones on our finger. Still, I'll run it as far as a single toe can go. And I'm running some DNA from it. Well, this is the first driftwood with reptilian feces on it I've ever processed. I've done everything I can think of with that.
Looks human. I don't believe in luck, but I don't mind getting lucky. The The air forces of some countries catalog pilots' toe prints. It seems aviation boots are often among the few survivors in charred aircraft wreckage. Back in '92, the Ukrainian Air Force made a highly publicized tour of the United States, during which several pilots defected. Our lost toe could have belonged to one of them. There's a clear difference. Don't quite. There's a clear. Interpreting evidence. There's a clear. There's a clear...
Well, now that you mention it, if you mean an individual who was on the, shall we say, chubby side, with dark hair, yes. I saw an individual of that description. Probably just another circus roustabout. Didn't think a thing of it. Just as I was heading home, he was going from a van towards the showgrounds. Now, I believe he was carrying something, yes. It was a board or perhaps a club. It was a white van. Let me see. Anything distinctive? Anything distinctive? Something on the side. Logo of some kind. Red letters. What did they spell? Red Curtain Imports.
Need something? Let's have a look. Not getting anything. Not a recent address or place of employment. That's not a tough one. Here it is, but... It's in a residential neighborhood. Must be a zoning loophole. No problem. And there's a doctor in the house. Running an after-hours clinic, edge of downtown.
Hello? Anyone home? Open door. No sign of forced entry. Suspicious Cirques entitled us to take a look around. The red curtain conceals an animal trade operation, most likely black market. Perfect environment for reptiles. Accuse me of scatology if you like, but this looks like fresh reptilian feces. Something was in here, and not long ago. Well, we finally have a victim.